Leafs lose 4-2 to the Colorado Avalanche. Alright, I think that was a pretty good intro.
Whoa, hold your horses, okay? We gotta review that intro for goaltender interference.
What? Are you serious?
Alright guys, how did you see that one? I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea what I'm doing. What's the criteria for goalie interference? Sorry, what's the criteria for goalie interference today? You got the video pulled up in your Tamagotchi? Okay, good. Does Austin Matthews appear to exist? No, see, that's not good. He's not allowed. If he exists, that means he's probably breathing. Does he seem to be breathing in the video? That's even worse. Who does this guy think he is? Alright, yeah, that's definitely no goal. Here, I'll have Kid Rock make the announcement, okay? God, this league is smart.
Hi!
Leafs Nation, stand witness for Austin Lucas! Full biblical! Austin Matthews is a Leaf!
Why do I watch hockey? Stressfully, mostly. Sorry this video is so late, guys. I don't know what the holdup is. I'm just waiting for this game to go to overtime. You know, since it's tied 3-3. Man, young Frank Mahovlich was a rocket. Alright, fine. Leafs lose 4-2 to the Colorado Avalanche. Because for Avs fans and for Leafs fans alike, I don't want this to come across like that goal is the only reason the Leafs lost. No, the Leafs lost because Borgman made two really silly mistakes and probably played the worst game of his NHL career. In the third period, Matthews and Dermott had a miscommunication or something. I don't know what the heck happened on that goal. And that's in the back of the net. The Leafs are losing, so they pull the goalie, and then Colorado scores an empty netter. They lose! Now that I've acknowledged that, what the actual hell? Oh my god, let's get there first. Let's get there. My hands hurt. First period, Matthews is doing crazy spinaroonie stuff inside the first minute, almost gets a goal. But Jonathan Bern'd made the stop. Man, I haven't said that since a year before he stopped playing for the team. You're right, I'm sorry, that's me. I'm just misplaced anger. I'm angry they lost. Just over 2 minutes into the game, that's gotta be like Borgman's first shift of the game, right? Borgman gives the puck away, Polak scrambles to make up for it, there's still another guy in front, and Borgman's just staring at him! Like, hey bro, can I add you to Snapchat? I'm gonna need something to do when I'm scratched next game. It's such a shame, because I thought Borgman was making such strides this season. In the last 4 or 5 games, he's been terrible. Pretty good period of hockey in the first period, not much between the Leafs and Avalanche, but the Leafs head to intermission down 1-0. 19 seconds into the second period, Leo Komarov busts into the zone, he throws the puck to Patrick Marleau. Woo! It looks like he's done that before, and the Leafs tie the game. Good for Patrick Marleau. He's been robbed a bunch of times recently. He supposedly made that big speech heading into the third period against Ottawa, and then he gets the Leafs on the board in this one. That's a good few games. And how about this? That was his 16th goal of the season in his 49th game. 2 seasons ago, he scored 25 goals. Last season, he scored 27. His 16 goals so far puts him on pace for 26.7. Just thought that was a neat stat. Moving on to being angry. Zach Hyman again just putting in work. Willie buzzing around like a little water bug, and Matthews at the front of the net. You know what that spells? Goal! Ha! You thought? They review it for goalie interference, and after about half an hour, they determined that the goal was getting called back. That ruling was shocking. And I'm not just saying that as a Leafs fan. You're a hockey fan. You're a Colorado Avalanche fan. Tell me from the bottom of your heart you feel that was goalie interference. Get real! You know how I know this wasn't goalie interference at all? Goalies said it wasn't goalie interference. Martin Biron, I know he works for the Evil 3 letter, but he was a goalie in the NHL. I would have counted it, he said. It's not just about contact with the goalie. Bern'd didn't even know where the puck was when it was behind him. Also, Bern'd's reaction was not one that was complaining of interference. I like that last part. Even Bern'd wasn't freaking out that much. He didn't realize what had happened. Oftentimes these days when goalies get the slightest nudge, they're like, I need an adult. Like they literally just wither into a puddle until the ref does something. Like a kid who doesn't want to go somewhere. Come little Steven, it's time to go to the Broccoli Museum. No, I don't want to go to the Broccoli Museum! Bern'd was so clueless on this play, he didn't even do that. Go watch the replay again. When Matthews makes contact with the puck, Bern'd's looking down. You know why? Because he thinks the puck might be there? Now, Greg Millen was saying on the broadcast that, okay, refs like to make it very black and white. Are you in the blue paint? Are you making contact with the goalie? At one point, Matthews was in the blue paint. Okay, acknowledged. Yes, he was making contact with the goalie. Yes, acknowledged. But the rule is not called blue painty touchy. It is called goaltender interference. And call me old-fashioned, but I think that in order for there to be goalie interference, there needs to be a goalie who was interfered with! It's like me saying my dogs distracted me from being able to do algebra perfectly. Yeah, my dogs were there, but that doesn't change the fact that I had no idea what I was doing. And Matthews with the legendary eye roll. And soon after, the legendary revenge. Nylander shot stop, rebound goes right to Matthews and in! Not just the point, the spinning point! Call that one back, you old rickety outhouse of a league. Partying after Matthews' goal and the party's gonna last forever. Borgman with the puck a minute and a half later and banana peel. Kerfoot steals the puck, Borgman scrambles, Polak has no chance of getting back there on time, passes to Yakupov, scores. It's a tie game just like that. Hey, back-to-back goals by first overall picks? Borgman whiffed, and that is the beginning and end of it. He made yet another mistake, and it led to yet another goal against. You can't really put that on Polak, unless he did some crazy Superman dive, and that would have been amazing. But you know who could have picked up Yakupov if he was really paying attention? Mitch Marner. Go watch the play. Everyone's puck watching. Marner's a fast enough player that he would have caught Yakupov, and he didn't. I badly want to see that Marleau, Kadri, Marner line regularly, and we did actually see it in the third period when the Leafs were losing. But Babcock wants to reward players who deserve to be rewarded. And I love Marner, but he's going to have to do better than one goal against the Sens. And Borgman's going to have to do better than that. I will be shocked if he plays next game because Renat Valiev has been called up. Let's head to the third. Carl Soderberg is in the corner with the puck. Blake Como is coming in. It's okay. Matthews is right with him. Dermott puts his hands up like he's about to cover Como or something and then just backs up like he's got cooties. Matthews loses him. Soderberg passes to Como. Tip in. That's a goal. And that's the game winner. Now, at first glance, that looked like Matthews' fault. At second glance, it looked like Dermott's fault, which I think means it was a little bit of both. There had to have been a miscommunication there or something. And Tyler Dellow with the driest take of all after that. No point from Matthews on that goal, eh? Oof. Leafs come close a couple times. We did briefly get to see Marleau, Kadri, Marner in there, but Colorado gets the empty netter and they win the game. Their 10th straight, by the way. Did you know it was their 10th straight? Such a frustrating game. And Babcock says after the game that they should have won. He also acknowledged that, yeah, he thought that goal should have counted, but he didn't seem to think that's the reason why the Leafs lost the game. First goal, missed assignment. Second goal, giveaway. Third goal, miscommunication. They didn't convert on a 5-on-3. They played the Avalanche evenly all night in a home game, had every opportunity to win, and they did not. You get jobbed on calls sometimes. What are you going to do? But the Leafs played well enough to win that game. Again. It is attention to detail that is holding this team back. What about Babcock doing this and Babcock doing that? Okay, fine. But the mistakes on the goals were rookie, and then rookie followed by sophomore being lazy, and then miscommunication between a rookie and a sophomore. And it's a shame because Dermott's been really good, and his ice time is going up. Methinks Borgman's is about to go down. Also, I had a bit of an epiphany last night. So people were tweeting about Frederic Gauthier not being very good. And granted, it was after what I thought was his worst shift of the season. And I was tweeting, what? I think Freddie's been pretty good, and I've said it on the podcast, and I've said it in these videos. And then everyone, like not even in a mean way, they were just like, yeah, no. And they sent me a lot of numbers and stuff, and there were more numbers printed after the game, and I'm going, okay, what am I missing here? I think sometimes when it comes to new guys in the lineup or guys who I don't expect that much out of, I just look at what they do offensively. Like multiple times throughout the season, I've been like, hey, Matt Martin's not bad, he looks good. And Freddie Gauthier, hey, he got a goal the other day, and I think he's been okay. And then I tried to think of any good defensive plays Martin or Gauthier have made, and then I tried to think of how many times they get hemmed in their own zone. A lot. I look at the numbers, which are poor, and then I also think to what Babcock said he wanted out of Gauthier. Like, be defensively responsible. One word he used was be abusive. Like, Freddie Gautier's big and stuff, and I'm sure he's super strong, but like, he's not hard on the other team, and he gets hemmed in his own zone a lot. But Babcock also doesn't seem to like Dominic Moore very much. Even if Moore comes back in the lineup and ends up being a better option than Gauthier, he's still not a very good option. This is why, and I said it on the podcast recently, if the Leafs are doing some evaluating right now, which they clearly seem to be, Dermott got a call up in an opportunity. Valiev looks like he's about to get his opportunity. They give Gauthier an opportunity. I think they need to give Miro Aaltonen an opportunity. There's about a month left to the trade deadline. Call up Aaltonen, see how he is, so that you know whether or not you need to go out and address this problem, which you didn't adequately address in the summer. Unless you did, because you signed Miro Aaltonen in the summer or spring. What do you have to lose? The fourth line sucks. Or there could be an even simpler solution. Saw this on Twitter and made me drool. There's a very simple internal solution to this, and another big Leafs problem. Make Komarov the fourth line center. He's played center before. Heck, he plays center now. He plays center on the PK. Hyman, Matthews, Nylander, JVR, Bozak, Marner, Marleau, Kadri, Kapanen, Levo, Komarov, Brown. Who the hell says no to that? Colorado Avalanche fans, if I were you, I'd be ha-ha to everybody because people were jerks to you last season. And you know what I would start? I would start a movement, a rallying cry around this team, and it's not just, oh, we want to make the playoffs. Obviously you do. Start rallying for Nathan MacKinnon to win the Hart Trophy. I wrote an article yesterday, link down below if you want to read it. I did my early season Hart vote or mid-season Hart vote. I had Nathan MacKinnon winning the thing. Heading into last night's game, MacKinnon had 13 more points than any other Avalanche player. That is your most valuable player, on top of being second in league scoring. That's what I would do if I were you. Also what I would do, I would check out this video wherever I put it on the screen, I don't know. It's by a guy named Nathan Rudolph. He does his own videos for the Colorado Avalanche. Worth checking out. Question super quick. Why is Roman Polak getting 30 minutes of ice time a night? Listen, don't let the fact that Roman Polak is getting 40 minutes of ice time a night distract you from the fact that other Leafs are making mistakes too. I get caught up in this sometimes. I'm trying not to. I don't like Polak on my team. I'll just say it. But other guys are goofing up. Borgman goofed up hard. Should Mitch Marner quit hockey and join the Canadian legal community, take some lawyering classes? What's the matter with you? And no, I don't think we'll be seeing Cellino and Martins anytime soon. Are you okay? I'm not bad, actually. I'm better than I thought. Why is this the one time Bernier has a good game in the ACC? Oh, Bernier had good games in the ACC. He had good seasons in the ACC. Leaf fans can't be the scornful X with Bernier because we're the ones who dumped him in the first place. Don't resent the glow up. It's very unbecoming of you. And last but not least, so Renat Valiev may play at least one of the next 2 games before the All-Star break. Well, who the hell is Renat Valiev? He played 10 games a couple years ago, but who cares? Those Leafs suck. He's been with the Marlies, so let me ask someone who watches the Marlies. Let's hear from SB Nation's Heart of Vlad. Heart of, what is Valiev's deal?
Well, Steve, Valiev is the Marlies' shutdown defenseman. He plays the left side on the second pair with Justin Hall, and they've been together all season long. They play PK, a lot of 5-on-5 minutes, and they do it against top competition. It's been Keefe's most reliable pairing. Valiev has had a bit of a turnaround this season relative to last. He's a lot more confident. He's a lot better in his own end. What you're going to get out of Valiev is a very solid, very capable defensive defenseman. He can move the puck. He's strong at engaging forwards at the blue line, and he'll do a really good job of being very quiet. You barely notice him on the ice because he doesn't really do anything that draws your attention. He doesn't make many mistakes.
Babcock has been talking about Valiev for a long time. I'm surprised it took this long for Valiev to get a shot. Don't waste it, Renat. So that is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends. Brand new Panago Pizza Steve Dangle podcast getting recorded tonight. I got that article for awards down below, and there's a bunch of stuff around my head. You should go ahead and click that, including the subscribe button. I already went through that with you. I'm sorry. This is obnoxious.